Pardon me.
Right. There we
I don't think I
go.
took any damage, but then again, I didn't fucking deal any either.
I know.
No,
Mouse took a lot.
Mouse
is
got
hurting.
Yeah, I was going to say Mouse took it critical. Like, the boy done a critical on her, so... Fucking, you took a lot of damage from that one
Yeah,
scimitar
and-
move or whatever it was.
I couldn't hit anything to save my fucking life.
Sean, me and Robin were telling Rob earlier on about Tuesday's session.
Oh, mate.
How the fuck did... That's what I was saying. How the fuck did the previous session we managed to batter a wyvern easily, and then we went against a wyvern, we went against a couple of orcs, and you got your arse handed to you to start with.
Oh,
I took
several times.
I took 25 damage on one hit,
Yep.
Jesus.
and
Honest.
nearly died. That's the first time that like Leofan's only been hit 2 or 3 times this whole session, like in 8-9 weeks or whatever it's been now, and he's nearly died on one of them.
Yeah. I honestly, I've got PTSD from that game, man. That was fucking... Well, I mean, they were all in plate armor as well.
Back in 2 seconds, guys, you right?
Yeah, no problem.
So they all had an armor class of like 18,
18.
and we're level 3.
Yeah, it was an
Like I
18.
said- Like I said to Rob and Darren, like, it's the first time in the 5 years since I've been playing cleric that I've used my spell slots just for healing.
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Never been tapped out just on healing before.
And Sam had to use his like healing word and shit almost every turn as well. Honest to fuck, it was. Do you know what? It was fun though.
Oh yeah, it was good. I mean, I loved my first round, like healing both of you for 15. It was just like, right, this is going good, this is fine. And then it's like, oh shit, panic.
Oh mate, I got dropped. But usually I run straight into the middle, and Zubul runs straight into the middle as well. And then we like flank everyone and just dispose of them. But he kind of hung back, and I was like, huh, okay then.
But to be fair, it wasn't the fact that he hung back. It was you had a 19 or an 18 initiative,
Yeah.
and he had a 3.
Yeah, there was no chance. Yeah.
It's, at least like the previous games, you guys have sort of rolled maybe within a turn of each other. No,
Yeah.
man, 10 rolls between 10 turns between each other. That was fucking horrendous.
Also, to be fair, Giles is a fanny and will run straight at... Like, I remember he charged someone, used his dash to get up to them, couldn't make any attacks, and he only had 4 hit points. And I'm just like, this is fine.
Oh,
Fucking idiot.
honest to God, man. And that's what I'm saying. It was just horrendous. Like everything, Tony was rolling far too good. Like
Yeah.
everything we done to try and give them disadvantage or something, or give us an advantage, he was just rolling everything. He was rolling the DC like it was nothing.
Yeah, he was rolling super hot.
Oh, it
Right.
was.
Just so you
But
know,
like I said, I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to use a spell slot for Bane because I was going to Bane them like you did, and I was just like, I can't waste my spells. I need to do the healing.
It was fun though.
Oh, it was a fun session.
When that Volt guy took a hit, and I was like, aye, about time he started chipping in. I was like, Tony's gonna fucking kill me. That's it.
So, what were you saying there, Gareth?
I just put another submarine meme in the group chat, and it's a good one, to be fair. I like that one.
Ooh.
Did you hear that?
I was
There-
hesitant to put one in earlier, but because you just put one, I put one in as well.
Did you hear that they're presumed all dead,
Yeah.
Yeah, they found debris,
Yeah.
didn't they?
and they found debris and stuff? Aye, from a catastrophic implosion, which is not ideal.
Well, at that depth, it's going to be instant.
Well,
Yeah.
Funny that they found debris. Whenever I look in the fridge, I find the cheddar.
Oh, I fucking hate you so much at times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, guys, it was a lovely stream. You know, we've done a good campaign so far, but fuck this. That is not getting. No. You're
No.
saying those joke in front of a viewer, and even he's like, "Fuck that, I'm gone." That's Cheers for that, Rob. That's you know how to fucking spoil a room, don't you?
I do. I'm not
Yes.
apologizing.
No, you should. That's the way it should be. Right. So, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not going to be a major one tonight, guys, because we've had two combats in a row, and a few other things. So
Yep.
it's going to be a good. It's going to be a good one. Don't get us wrong. Right, but so we left off last time. You guys were picked up from the Wayward Sail and taken to the stronghold of Apleona. You all thought that you were getting arrested and blah blah blah, but turns out you got chucked into a really nice waiting room. Got a chance to heal up a little bit, got short rests and blah blah blah, and a bit of a long rest as well. I did give you a long rest, didn't I? Not a short rest.
You did indeed.
Yes.
Can we have another one, please?
Yeah.
So, I'm just brushing over that that request. You guys were then approached by Lieutenant Licker, who told you he set up a little meeting and had you guys tailed and stuff like that, just because of Ramallah and Neff's previous encounter with him. To which you were taken to a grand sort of feasting room, and you spoke to Lady Eleonora Gashwin. She informed you about Lieutenant Licker sending Ramallah's offer to find her little brother. Did I put the little brother's name in here?
Common.
Tommen. I did, didn't I? Didn't.
Yeah, Tommen.
Tommen, yeah. I couldn't remember if I know I did say a name, but I can't see it in here. I'm going to need to put it into.
That's what I have in my notes anyway.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember
same.
it's. I do remember it being Tommen. Hold on, just whilst I. Just so I don't forget down the line. Like, I know you guys have got the notes there, but if I know about it myself, then I can build on that later on. Yeah, so she gave you guys some gold and said that if you that's just a little down payment. If you guys can keep an eye out for signs of Killian and her brother, it'd be greatly appreciated. You were then escorted to the office of a lovely young robot by the name of, give me 2 seconds, I've got that on another sheet.
Financial income and state tax examination robot.
That's the one. What's his name?
Fister.
Mr. Fister. That's right, everybody. You got to meet Mr. Fister, the guy who deals with money in the Kingdom of Caledon.
Oh, that's why I've got just the word Fister on one page.
Yes. You better check that that's not another one.
I was going to say, let's be honest, that's not why you have that on one page.
Yes. He took 50 gold pieces for for an Adventurers Guild license from you, with the understanding that you're to pay 15% tax on every bit of money that you make whilst in the Kingdom of Caledon. And told you that you guys need to make up a guild name. So I assume you guys are dealing with that at the moment, because we know how difficult it is making a guild name.
No, I think Colin came up with one.
Not,
I came up with quite a sensible one too.
which one was that again?
No, I'm not telling you. You've not found out yet.
Oh, is it in the thing, is it?
Yeah. I came up with one in the other
Yay.
chat.
You've actually found the other chat, I take it, yeah?
No,
No,
we
we
started.
need another one.
started
Did you
a new
start
one.
another one? Fuck's sake, man. I even gave you the name of the chat as well, like, for you to look up.
I genuinely searched through, I couldn't find it.
Did you leave it or something?
No.
You must have left it or something.
2 seconds, guys, be back now.
Be back now. After your meeting with Lady Gashwin and Mr. Fister, Lieutenant Licker sent you, Lieutenant Richard Licker sent you guys into that room again, gave you guys your weapons back, and said that you could leave once it gets to daylight, and just because they were afraid that you guys would be getting attacked at some point out on the streets. That didn't help because you then got attacked whilst you were in the castle. 2 guards came in, spoke to you all, then ended up locking the door behind you and signalling for another group of bandits to come through the secret door that was in the waiting room that you guys had been placed into. You fought and struggled. One of your comrades took a very, very dangerous attack, Mouse, who was nearly killed. But you all survived, and you managed to keep one goblin alive at the very end, because you want to give them to Lieutenant Licker and the other guards who managed to burst through the door at the very end of the fight. So, shockingly, I think that's about it, is it? Is that where we ended?
Yeah, what was the name of the person that we were waiting for that Eleanor
Captain Godger. Godger.
Say that again one more time.
Godger. Godger. And this actually isn't like a nickname, like a what do you call it name? A made up name. Oh, it is a made up name, but it's not a. It's
Just
not
so
one that I've.
happens. It rhymes with Todger, to be fair.
It does. It does rhyme with Todger, but it wasn't meant to be that way, Sean.
So yeah, I think the last thing we did, I said to Dick Licker, how did you get this job? Yeah, just tell me something. How did you actually get this job?
The longer I know, the longer I stay here with you, I don't know.
I mean,
Same things just seem to happen with you lot.
well, I don't think so. It's all been your guards and stuff so far.
It honestly seems like your qualifications came out of a cereal box.
Listen.
What cereal?
I don't know.
Why in the fuck are you getting oats and wheat and stuff like that out of a box?
I mean, sounds quite good,
Yeah,
to be honest.
that's a great marketing potential there.
It's a revolutionary delivery system.
Is everyone all right? Yous are talking about stuff in boxes, but have you taken a hit to the head or something?
I mean, I'm fine.
I think one or two of us have.
Lieutenant Licker looks over and sees Mouse just sitting there dying from the massive wound in her gut. Jesus. Right, everybody evacuate the room, get along there. He just points to that guard. Show them to the infirmary. I'll deal with this.
Before we do that, can I have just as he's saying this, can I just immediately, Romala's just like, shit, and immediately just start searching all the cupboards to see if I can find a bottle of hooch to replace the one that Stormcrow chucked.
There's no need at this moment in time because you've got like a massive tankard and that there that you could take. Like there was stuff on the.
Is there a bottle of anything?
Yeah. Well, roll a perception. Let's see how good you've got. We'll see what we'll get for it.
Oh wait, I've got actual dice here, but 20.
Oh, you find some really good, like, whiskey left out. Like, you guys have been brought in, knowing what happened before, you guys have been brought in honour sort of thing. Like, you've offered to come and watch, look after this lord or lady's family. You get what I mean? So, she made sure that you guys have been kept after, like, Mind, she gave you a massive like cooked chicken or turkey or whatever the fuck it was that Emrys devoured himself near enough. And I'm not fat shaming Emrys because I am fat, so I'm allowed to say that.
So I find my whiskey and I'm like, okay, I will. Suppose we better go to the infirmary then.
Yeah.
Fine.
Emrys helps Mouse up and goes, little enough you'll get, and uses his whole lay on hands pool to give her 10 health.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh. So as how does that look coming from Emrys?
Kind of like scoops her by the arms and helps her up to her feet, and his hands are just glowing.
Okay.
He loves her. He wants to kiss her.
Yeah, I think so. The sexual tension between the half giant and the little kitty cat is palpable. So the kitty cat's going to get, but I mean, no, I'm not going to say that. Not on stream. So as you do, you see the wound on Mouse's abdomen area start to close up. You took 10 points of healing? Yeah. So you see it, that's enough just to sort of open the cut, to close the cut, sorry, to get the gash, and gives you enough time that you're not going to bleed out, sort of thing. Lieutenant Licker just looks and, right, that bit settles well, but you guys, you'll all look a bit banged up. Take them along to the infirmary anyway, and keep a guard on them. Yourself and someone else that you'll trust. I'll be along in 5 minutes. Need to see what's happening here. And you just sort of, one of the guards that's with him starts leading you guys along to another.
As he does that, I just turn around to him and say, before we go anywhere, I want to stay here and I want to question that little prick who's still left alive.
Yeah, we'll get him moved over. Don't worry. He's getting away from this passageway, and we're going to seal it off. We're going to send some people down, see what's happening.
When you're talking to him, I want me and Emrys to be there.
I'll be there as well. I have something that'll help with this.
Yes, same.
I want to be
Okay.
there too.
When he gets up, when we get stuff sorted to him, we'll let you know. And he just sort of closes the door behind you. You guys are then taken along the road, taken along the passageway, and it's not too far away. It's about 30-40 feet away from where you guys were attacked. This little soldier opens up the door and just like looks in. Yes, this would probably be okay for you. Please stay in here just now. Rest up a little bit. Lieutenant Licker will be along momentarily. You see it, it's just like quite standard. There's a couple of beds and that in there. It looks like it's a sort of little makeshift infirmary for people that might be working in the castle and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, essentially, it's like a nurse's office in a school.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like just a couple of little beds, but nothing. Like, it's a good thing that Mouse didn't need like surgery or anything like that.
I start banging on walls and shit, checking for hollow fucking.
Yeah, we're just going to check the room.
Also, I would like to investigate the room to see if there's any like rubbing alcohol or anything like that for wounds and stuff.
Right. So, Storm and Neff, you guys are investigating so that there's no other passageways or
Yeah.
that. Right. So
Yeah.
two of you give me an investigation just now.
Okay.
17.
9.
Nine.
9.
You had to make that very German. 9!
Very critical role.
Yeah, it's a very critical role. You guys go about banging on the walls and things like that, and looking for signs of anything that's there. There could be like little sort of buttons or anything, all that, but The walls seem completely solid. They've got stuff in front of them. This doesn't look like it's like the same sort of room as what you guys were put in before. It's very like open plan. Like one of the walls is got windows looking out onto the courtyards, and the other walls seem like they're actually just going out into the hallway that you guys came up. And the other two walls seem to be more in line with other rooms on the outside. You were looking for an investigation for rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, just any form of alcohol that's maybe used
You're
for
just-
medical purposes.
Are you actually going to do what the Jakies do outside hospitals? Are you going to drink like that, the hand wash?
He is
Well,
one
not
of the
unless,
Jakies.
not unless it's chilled.
Oh, right, okay. Roll me an investigation to find hand wash or mouth wash or fucking whatever else it is.
Hairspray. Whatever. I'll take whatever. I've got a 5.
You look all around the place on these wee cabinets and things like that, but you can't find anything that seems to be alcoholic. There's a couple of bottles that you see, but some of it, like one of them is like a green bottle with this like an old label on it, and you see you think to yourself not to drink it because it's got a nice big black skull and crossbones on it.
Okay.
And even Ramal is looking at that like, maybe not.
Can I pocket that then? I won't drink it, but can I take it with me?
You could pocket it if you want. Yeah.
That
Just,
might come in useful.
Put it in inventory as unknown bottle,
Okay.
and put in the description that it's got that stuff on it.
Okay.
I'm pulling that out my arse, by the way, but because I didn't expect somebody to. Right, hold on, I've got to put that on my notes. Ramala got a bottle. I am such a good DM making up on the fly like that.
That's pretty
Yeah.
impressive, to be fair, Ben.
Yeah, that
agree.
is. Yeah, that's very good. So 5 minutes or so pass, and you hear coming along the alleyway, the alleyway. I keep calling it other things. Passageway. Fucking idiot, honestly. You hear the rhythmic clunking that you know to be like plate mail. You've heard it a good few times in this hallway, and the door opens up, and it's Lieutenant Licker. He just sort of comes into the room, looking very riled up, and his hair seems to be out of place. He seems stressed. He just sits down in front of you all and has his hands and his head in his hands, just looking at you all like, I'm so sorry for what's happened there. We've got that goblin that attacked you. He's currently being taken to one of the cells, but he's unconscious. You guys did a bit of a number on him and his compatriots. A couple of them looked like they'd been ripped in half. He just sort of looks at Emrys and turns. I take it that was you, was it?
They hurt my friend. They got what they deserved.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame you. He looks over at Mouse. Just, how are you feeling now?
I'm fine. Nothing. A little rest wouldn't hurt.
Yes, don't worry. We'll get you some. We'll get you something to do you all up. So I don't think of anything else I could say to that. We're currently looking over the two bodies of the gents who were in our armour. We think I know one of them, but the other one, never seen before in my life.
So it wasn't like an inside job that people let them in or something.
One of them, like I say, I think I know him, and he looks like he was one of the guards that work here. But if that's the case, I've never seen any of them getting in to the guards before. If they're infiltrated us, then that could be a major problem. I don't know how high it goes. The group have been going for a few years now. There could be people all over the place that they've influenced, and it's pissing me off. Lady Gashman's upstairs. She's had to be locked in her royal quarters, and she's got her royal guard looking out for them. Now I know they can be trusted, but anybody else, I've got to watch my back from now on as well.
Have you checked for more of these passageways?
We have a couple of guards groups going down there now. Like I say, we've got to get a few people together, but we're going to send them down there. Captain Godger's orders. We've managed to get in contact with her, and she's on her way back now. She said she'll be a few hours till she returns to the castle. She's got stuff to deal with on the way there, but she's on her way, and she wants to speak to you guys. So it'll be a few hours before she's back, she said. And seeing as though you're injured, I'm going to get a few healers in here, and even though it's nearly morning, I'm going to say to you guys, maybe rest up a bit. You've taken a hell of a beating.
One quick word of advice I'd offer you, my friend. I would check all your guards for the tattoo that you find on the neck of all the rest of the guys. If you find any, I'd lock them up.
Aye. I'll have a look. You've seen that before, I take it?
Yeah, it's the mark of the same bastards who robbed the caravan.
I'll get them to look over everything, and then I'll maybe get the healers to have a look over people just as a little check-up. And you just see him just sort of put his head in his hands again and just looking totally stressed out. I can't say sorry enough to you guys. I know that you've came here looking for this fight, from what your Mr. Ramallah told us. But finding the fight in this castle, it's not something I ever thought you'd get.
Can I, quick DM question? Obviously we've seen a fair few of the guards. Are
Yeah.
they kind of a mixed bag in terms of race, or are they all kind of one race specifically, or?
No, it is quite a mixed bag. From the looks of it, it's mostly made up of either elves, humans, or I did go for another race, but what did I go for again?
Half-elves?
Yeah, but I was going to mix them in together because all elves look alike, you know. I mean, what? That's
Wow.
He's
There's
allowed
no
to
race.
do
Didn't
that.
take long for the racism to appear, did it?
no,
He's
it
an
didn't.
elf, but he's allowed to.
Yes, I play an elf at one point, so I can say that sort of shit.
Well,
Self-racism, even worse.
even
yes.
worse.
Self-hatred. That's just unbelievable. Yeah, there are other.
Elf lives matter, you dick.
Yeah, so the standard ones that you've seen so far have been human and elvish and stuff like that. But as a traveller, what I'll say for yourself, you do know, you will have noticed that there will have been others in certain areas that have got like they'll have other skills, so they'll be in other parts of the town guards. So like when you guys were wandering in, you would have seen like an earth genasi or two at the doors. When you were walking along the waterfronts, you'll have seen like tritons and water genasis and stuff like that. People that are sort of more in tune with being at the water, people who are defensive, blah blah, but all that sort of stuff.
Right,
You know that there's all over the place, but within the castle so far, the ones you've mainly seen has either been humans or an elf variant.
Okay.
At this moment in time, so it's the ones that you've seen so far have been sort of like upstanding looking young recruits, but the ones that attacked you last night were a little bit more ragged. One looks like the armor might have been for somebody else. The other one that looks like he would have been a guard seems to be well fitted, but it's not like you look at them and go, oh, that guy's definitely a bad guy sort of thing.
Got ya.
Okay. Can I telepathically message Nephilis, please?
If you can, yeah.
I can, yeah.
While he's doing that, can I just look at mouse and just the sort of symbol for just like calm down, just pushing my hands down and just nodding towards Lieutenant Licker, just to try and help him out a little bit, just to calm him down a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So, does he need to roll a DC or anything, or is that?
Unless he just wants to.
I think his instincts as like a fighter, if he feels magic happening to him, he probably will fight it a little bit. So I'll say, well, what's the DC on it?
It's a charisma 13, but I will just put my hand on the top of his arm and just say, "Trust me, calm down."
Yeah, so he rolled a 17 anyway, so I just wanted to see what it was, just for future reference for it. And I wanted to roll using Stuart's gift as well, because I love it. So I'm going to get it I am going to get it painted one of these days. I've just not got the time or the money to get the paints, so I'm going to get that as soon as I get paid, and I'm off in a few weeks. Yeah, so
seeing how it comes out.
yeah, it's going to be black and hot pink, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's going to look beautiful. Yeah, so Lieutenant Licker, you see after you put your hand on him, as you manage to like get yourself up off of the bed and wander along a couple of feet over to him and put your hand on him, you see the muscles tight that looked like they were tight enough to snap sort of ease off a little bit. His head doesn't hang so heavily in his hands now, and you just see the tension just sort of drop a little bit, and he just looks up and goes, "Thank you very much. That's appreciated.
I feel like you needed it."
I don't usually like relying on magical stimuli or anything like that, but it's appreciated tonight or today, whatever it is. As he's saying that, you sort of see the sunrise starting to poke through the glass panels on the windows at the wall. It's just sitting there like, we can't be dealing with this. It's too much. Our job is to guard the lady and the lords, and lately we've not been able to do that. It just seems everything's against us. Like you say, we just seem useless. It's not been like that for years. I've worked for the Lord for about 15 years now, and nothing like that's ever happened on my watch. Captain Godger, she's gonna be doing her nut in. But that's what happens when you deal with royalty or lords and ladies.
I know that way myself.
Go and roll a deception on that. Or are you being serious?
I am being serious.
You're being serious?
One of his many jobs he's had in the past.
Yes. I can never tell with Ramallah because of like...
I know.
Yeah, like... because I know you, Sean, but I also know Ramallah. Like, I've seen all the stuff that you've written down and sent me. I'm like, do I believe him or not?
No,
like... Yes, I believe you anyway. He just looks at you and like, so you know the stresses of a guardsman. It's well, right. Please rest up. I'm gonna send in one of our healers at some point. You can have a look over you, but if you guys have a bit of a rest, I'll get the food sent in. I'll make sure that it's checked over first before anything gets sent through your doors. Get it tested or magically looked at or some shite, I don't know. I have to deal with this now. was hoping after you guys got away to get some sleep, but with the captain coming back, I think I'm away to be chewed up. He just gets up and you see the sort of clanking and that. You hear the clanking coming from his armour and just sort of the cracking of his old bones. Right, onwards. Rest up. You'll have guards outside your door. If you do need anything else, ask them, and the healers will come in a little while to deal with you. Is there anything else before I go?
No, I think we're good, my friends.
Right. When we find out what's happening with the bastard down the stairs, I'll send somebody for you, and I'll send them on their little breaks, so you can come in and have a wee chat yourselves. And you just see him sort of like tap the side of his nose, like you shouldn't be doing this, but because of what's happened for you guys, he's going to do it for you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Very cool. Thank you.
Please, call me Dick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yes, Lieutenant Dick Licker. That's me. Go and roll a deception check on this guy. See if you guys burst out laughing, or if you can keep your fucking cool under this situation.
Right. What actually?
I'm not getting involved in this because I'm actually on his side here.
I'm a dirty 20.
Six.
15 for me.
Dirty 20.
Right.
I'll join in as well then, 22.
So everybody sort of manages to keep their cool with him saying this, except Emrys. Don't know if it's the battle stress or the fact that Mouse was nearly dying and got saved, but Emrys just bursts into laughter with him saying his full name, but under fucking with his little nickname, the shortening of it. Unless anybody else wants to laugh as well, of course. Say you could. It's up to you guys.
Listen, Emrys, I don't know what you're laughing at. Maybe you should share the joke with the rest of us.
What you can see is his mouth. You know when you got with Storm. You know you got that Stormcrow. You know you got that thing where your mouth your lips just disappear because you're holding it back. You're just like. And that's all you can see from it. Is just that.
It's that SpongeBob gif, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Reminds me of The Life of Brian with Biggest Dickens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
He has a wife, you know.
Oh.
One,
Neff
So-
just pulled his hood completely over his face.
Oh, we're not making perception checks at the moment, Neff. You know, that's...
Would it make any fucking difference?
Oh, no, I wouldn't, would it? Fuck. So, Lieutenant Dicklicker sort of looks over at Emrys, just laughing, and he just sort of, because of the calm emotions that's on him, he just sort of looks and starts laughing, thinking that Emrys is just in a little battle frenzy, laugh. He's just like, ha, oh, he's gone a bit insane, has he? And just starts walking out. Because he really doesn't want to trifle with a fucking maniacal fucking Goliath at this moment in time.
who just ripped people limb from limb as well.
Yeah, didn't you suplex them? Was it 2 suplexes in a row?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. So, you guys, I'm allowing you to take another long rest. So you're nice and healthy.
Oh,
But it's not going to be, it's a long rest, but you're not going to be like resting 8 hours. I'm going to include it as during this long rest, it's maybe like 4 hours, but at the same time you're getting healed up from healers. People are coming in to have a look at you guys and stuff like that. So it's not going to be like another fucking full day. wasted at this moment in time.
No,
Just
that's
because
right.
you're... Oh, pardon me.
Once
So-
we leave, before anyone comes in, I turn to the group and say, "Okay, I have an idea. If you want, since we have a bit of time to wait, and I've got well, I'm kind of doing okay. If you want, I can use magic to change my appearance. I could make myself look like one of the guards, have a walk around, maybe see if I can pick anything up. Should we do that, or should we do that another time, or will we just not do it?"
I'd say, given that we were just in a spot where people were pretending to be guards, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I was thinking. the
Yeah,
same.
I'd go with that one.
Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, I'll just chill and take my long rest. But
I mean, if you wanted to have a wander, I don't think it would be a problem just to be yourself.
well, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I stand out a little bit, even given my shorter stature. So, hey, maybe we could do it another time. Have a bit of infiltration. I have one more question. Sorry. We're waiting for Captain Godger, yeah?
Yes.
Now, does Captain Godger have information on this horn for us, or are we still at a dead end? Well, not a dead end with that, but you know what I mean.
The horn is, without giving too much away, it's tied to the Iron Fist.
Oh yeah, of course.
To
okay.
people within the Iron Fist as well.
Okay.
So
I
there
don't
is
know
plans. Don't worry. You will find it soon enough. Maybe,
maybe.
possibly. Depends if you continue along this. For all I know, you guys could just jump in a ship and fuck off somewhere.
I mean,
So-
it's a good idea.
That's the best I can tell you at the moment.
I'm all up for a pirate campaign. No, that's
There was
cool.
actually part of it. I'll tell you this just as a little thingy. So, see, when you guys were meant to be doing your session zeros, the Byzan caravan was meant to be Emrys, Mouse, and Storm's zero, leading into Apleona. And you, Ramala, Nefs, and the other character,
Oh shit, yeah.
I can't remember Alex's character's name, but you guys were meant to start off on a pirate ship. Well, a trader ship getting attacked by a pirate.
Aw.
So, that was going to be something. But,
I mean, we could have just fucked off the campaign early and just been pirates.
yeah, you could have. If you wanted to.
Every game split in half, just the pirate campaign and the regular one.
Yes. It would have been like a episode of Game of Thrones. You know, you got somebody's story someplace and then somebody's at the other side of the world. Could have been like that, but no.
We finally meet in session 150.
It's just like SpongeBob 5 years later. But you guys decided to meet at the Diddy Fiddler and all that stuff as well, and Jarl Hansenberg or whatever the fuck you call it, that made me put it in.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Wherever that was. Well, I know where it is, but I've forgotten who the name of the place. So, a few hours go past. You guys are visited by a few healers who come over. They heal you all up. They manage to. Those who deal with magic, they sort of charge you up a little bit, and they look like a group of like Aarakocras. Like, they seem to be people within like the domain of life, the proper healers. They're coming in, healing you up, and they, as soon as you're done, you guys are recharged. They take their leave. Some guards come in during the time. Oh, can we get you anything? Food, water, drink, anything like that? I'm assuming that Emrys is now hungry because it was been at least a few hours since his last chicken.
Yes, I will have a hog, please.
Hog, okay, no problem. Go away, grab that, grab platters of like sandwiches and stuff like that, little tea cakes and whatnot for yous. And you guys are taking your time, healed up, fed, treated. You hear a knock at the door, and it's Lieutenant Liquor again. Comes in. Well, you guys will be happy to hear Captain Godger's back. She's just finishing up with a couple of things, and she's going to come in. She's on her way down now to see if she's just seeing Lady Gashwin. Well, I don't think I should actually say just yet. I'll let the good captain tell you when she comes. As he's describing this, you see a little bit of fear in his eyes as he's talking about this. Like, he's totally disappointed in himself, but there's also a little bit of fear when he talks about Captain Godger.
I wonder. What kind of a lady is Captain Godger? What's her temperament like?
She does not take shit from anybody. She's the youngest captain in Apleone in history for the guards.
Right.
She does not. She doesn't suffer fools kindly.
Oh well, we'll be okay then.
Yeah, I think that. I think you guys will be just fine. He says that with you hear the total fucking piss take that's in his voice as he says that to you.
I smile and nod at him as if I'm in full agreement.
So, there's one thing I would say to you all about her. Don't piss her off, please.
We would never.
She's she doesn't seem to be in the mood for it, I'll say.
Does she have any triggers for that? Like things that we should avoid? Like, you know.
Direct eye contact.
Feck off.
Oh, trust me. She doesn't like people looking down on her. That's what it is.
So as Storm's still lying on the bed, and all you coming from him is just, well, that shouldn't be a problem for Amala.
Aye, that's what I was thinking. That won't be a problem.
Well, that's true. 2 seconds. I've got to find the fucking photo for this because I do have one, but it's not a good photo. I do have one somewhere. Fuck's sake. Sorry, guys, I'm derailing this a little bit trying to find this photo.
No, you're all good.
There, that's it. I know where it is now. I could find it.
It's you an address, isn't it?
It's me in a dress, yes. It's me in a thong. So you guys will really enjoy that photo.
I was going to say she does sound quite scary if that's the case.
Does anybody else kind of want to see that?
Yeah, I definitely.
Well, funnily enough, I have actually started my OnlyFans up again, so if you pay $5, you will see it.
You just said free.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't say free.
I'm sure I had free.
No, I'm pretty sure I said double for you guys. Can I get a perception check from you guys?
See?
Like, with the fear that's in Lieutenant Liquor's. Like,
Oh, I neft.
Oh no, I'm still a bit crappy.
I got
11.
9. 9.
I nef too. 7.
oh my god! Every single one of you, apart from Emrys, rolled under
Neft.
10. Yes. Like,
We all neft.
yeah, you all neft. Like, and, like, the roll for you, Storm, is I'm seeing it on the game log here. Your roll just before it, a deception check 22, and then a perception check 4.
Yeah.
Like that's a big fucking drop.
Aye.
So you guys sort of in the fear of Lieutenant Licker's seeing the fear in Lieutenant Licker, you all start to get a little bit scared of what Captain Godger could do. He just turns around and says, "Oh, I think that's her coming down. I can hear some of the guards coming." You guys haven't heard anything coming down this passageway. You just, as the plate gets closer and closer at that point, it stops. And Lieutenant Licker's just looking at the door like, oh fuck, oh fuck. Boom! Door fucking flies open. And you just hear, "Right! What's the situation here?" Situation. What's the situation here? And you guys are looking at the doorway and you can't see anything.
Oh god, she's going to be this tiny little blonde gnome or something.
Yeah.
Right, feckers, what's happening? Start speaking now. You can't still. You're not being able to see anything from where you guys are sitting. Give me an investigation check, everybody. Just because I want to see if this is another Neff situation.
17.
21.
Or
8.
Neff.
Neff. So did Emrys.
I also Neff.
Did you Neff as well?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I got a 9.
you guys, the ones of you that did Neff, you're still looking at the doorway and where the guards are. That's what's distracting you. Like there's sound coming from there, but I can't see. Stormcrow and Shadow Mouse. I'm doing this again. It's Mouse. I'm looking at your name. It's Mouse. I've got to ignore Shadow on the snow.
You can call us.
I know I can, but Mouse is the bit. But Mouse is the easier one. I know that I'm allowed to call you that. It's like I keep calling Stormcrow Storm, but I know I want to call him Stormcrow because that's his name. You two look down, and if you guys look at your Discord, this is what you see.
Oh my god, she's hair gone!
You see this tiny little rabbit woman. She's about 2 to 3 foot.
Let me get this straight. We're being bullied by Officer Judy Hobbs.
Yes, you are. You literally are a way to be bullied by her. Bursts into the door and she's just looking around. "So, you ones are the ones that are causing me problems with the Iron Fist." And sort of all the other guards are looking at her, even Lieutenant Licker's sort of looking at her like, oh god, she said it out loud. She says, "So, it's just a fucking name. I'm not going to be bullied by them." So,
Stormcrow swung his legs off the bed where he's sitting, and where he's been lying down basically the entire time, and he's just like been lying there, and he sort of swung his legs off, and he's sort of looking. It's not a proper shock look on his face, but he's just sort of like very dead, complete poker face. He's just like you know that sort of look of what the fuck do I do now?
Mouse is just sitting there and she licks her lips staring at this rabbit.
hold on.
Ramala's going to act as if there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Just like, my good captain, your reputation precedes you.
Quiet! I'm not speaking to you yet.
Oh, you just asked us a question. Right?
No, I didn't.
Right, okay.
I'm actually going
Sorry,
to
what's
get
the name of the species again?
Harangon.
Paragon, yeah.
Hold on, I'm rolling an intimidation check for her. And she rolled a 17 on intimidation. What would the opposite of that be? Insight, is it?
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
Do you guys want to roll me an insight, or are a few of you just wanting to be afraid of the little?
I kind of want to roll intimidation as well.
Oh, you want to?
Would animal handling be any good in this situation?
No, it wouldn't.
Racism.
Yes, she's as much an animal as what Mouse is.
You nearly said as Ramala is, and then.
No, I was away to say Shadow again. That's why I stopped.
I was going to say because that would have hurt her case.
Oh, that
I rolled
wasn't.
a
14.
13.
18.
Rom, are you doing one?
Oh yeah, sorry, 16.
16.
No,
Right.
I'm just blown away by this rabbit.
So, everybody, apart from Emrys, because he is the big, tall, fucking Goliath who could probably squish her with his little toe, is
Or even
intimidated.
one mouthful.
Yeah, what was it?
Or eat her in one mouthful.
You probably could. Like, she's actually smaller than the fucking chicken that you devoured a few hours before it. And yet she looks like she'd give you more problems than if you ate the chicken full with bones as well. Like, but you do know that you're not intimidated by her, but you do think to yourself, yeah, she is going to fuck me up if I say anything out of turn here. The rest of you are all just I'm going to say it's a mixture of being gobsmacked because of her size, and at the same time, like, such the personality that she's giving off in this situation is like totally throwing you all for a fucking like, it's throwing you for a loop. Like, oh my god, how do we deal with this? Like, we've dealt with orcs, we've dealt with bandits and whatnot, but Harengon.
I guess as well the fact that the guards are reacting to her in such a way is like will set us on edge as well a little bit.
Yeah, you're seeing like Lieutenant Licker, who's been your sort of guide for the last day and a half on how to deal with things in Apleona. Like, he's now sweating it as well. Like, he's stared down battles after battles at the walls and whatnot, and he's terrified of this little woman. So she's staring up at you all, and she's sort of staring down Emrys, but she knows that she's not going to win this fight. But she knows that she's got the rest of you all scared. She's like, right, now I'm going to talk to you all about this. Since you guys have shown up, the Iron Fist has been a bit more riled up than usual. So I'm thinking that something's going down, and it's because of you lot. Now, Dick Licker here tells me you guys came from the Boyzan caravan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct, madam.
Okay. Don't call me madam. I'm not a madam. I'm a captain. All right. So you're
My
showing me
apologies, that is
the
correct,
correct
Captain.
respect. She sort of just looks at you and sort of hops up a little bit and just finger at the face, like you're getting fucking scolded from an old school teacher.
Stormcrow's just sort of it's sort of a bit worried about this. Just sort of drops his eyes and goes, "My apology, Captain."
Good.
Sort of talking down his chest a little bit, like he's actually like, "Oh shit."
Good. You're forgiven. And she hops back down. You see, Storm, give me a perception check on her.
Wait 2 seconds. Fucking laptop's being a twat tonight. 5.
You
My
see
neck.
that all you see is like she's got a little cotton tail as she jumps down. Like, that's the only thing that's taking your sight to it. Is she's got this
For
little.
a split second, when his back's turned to Stormcrow, his mouth sort of drops open a little bit at this shock of this, and then he just sort of snaps back together, and it's just that clunk as his mouth just closes.
And she just sort of looks around at you. Her floppy ears just twitch a little bit. She just looks at you. It gives you like that side evil eye, like, what are you doing? As if she's away to slice at you. She hops back down. She's like, right, now, I've been informed from Licker here, and I've had a talk to our lovely Lady Gashwin. She told me everything that she told you about her little brother, and looking for that bastard, Killian. And she just looks over at you, Neff. I think that's something to do with you, is it? Your friend? From what I've
He's not
heard?
my friend.
Well, your ex-associate, I'll say. Am I right, Liquor? And he just sort of looks. That's right, ma'am.
As far as I'm aware, Nephilis here is actually just as much of a victim of Killian as anyone else is, if not more. Nephilis I've known for a wee while now, and he's actually got one of the most pure and golden hearts of anyone I've ever met, and would do anything to stop someone suffering in pain. That's mostly why we're here.
She's not looking at you while you're speaking, Ramala. She's looking at Liquor, who she was just speaking to momentarily ago. And as you pour out this little heartfelt speech to her about your best friend, she just starts turning her head slowly around to look at you.
I maintain eye contact with her, but I keep my face very serious, slightly demure. I'm not going to back down from this.
As you do, she looks at you and goes, "That's why I said ex-associate.
Well,
So,
okay, fair.
as I was saying, before I'm being rudely interrupted yet again from yous, I've been informed of everything, and I can tell at this moment in time, I can trust you lot. I hope I can trust you lot. Can I trust you lot?
I hope so.
Absolutely, you can.
Absolutely,
Okay.
madam. Whatever, absolutely, Captain. Whatever you need.
No.
You can see
Not
Stormcloak
informed.
just shitting himself.
No. She's going to roll something.
Uh-oh.
Athletics.
In front of us.
Yes.
She's gonna
She
take a
whips
nice
out a D20. She whips out a D20 to decide what she's going to do with the rest of her time. No. She's rolled a 15 on athletics. What she's going to do, unless you want to contest this, of course, she's going to jump up to head height to you guys. So you guys are on beds and seats and stuff like that. She's going to hop up. I want to see your necks, and she just sort of grabs it. Stormcrow's collar and just looks down at your neck and looks over. Do you contest it?
No, absolutely not.
I just
Right.
pull
This
my-
is proving our innocence. I'm more than happy to do this.
Yeah, I actually just.
And as she's
pull-
doing that, I just go. And as she's doing that, I just go. I know what you're looking for, madam. Captain, sorry, I apologise. It's fear, and I can assure you that none of us have got that mark.
You see, just as you said, madam, like the hand started to get ready to go and smack you as she's looking over, but it's been holstered again because you corrected yourself, and you managed to stop. She just looks at you and goes, "Right, I don't see any marks." Next one hops over to Mouse's bed. May I have a look at your neck, please?
I have fur. How am I supposed to have a tattoo?
Because they brand it right onto your skin. So if you had a brand, it would kill off all the fur on you.
Do you see any patches in my fur?
That's why I'm asking to have a look.
I think you can look from there.
It's on the neck. I can't see it because of your armor and your clothing. I need to have a look. Is this contested, is it?
No.
No, you're just going to have a look?
Yep.
So she grabs at you very gently. She started off, she tried to show you a bit of respect, but now she's just sort of tugging at it. Looks over your body, looks over your neck and that. Right, you're clean now.
Anywhere else you would like to look?
No, I don't want to look like that. We're being very serious here. What about me says to you that I want to take the piss like this? As this little 2-foot fucking rabbit woman says this and grabbing all over you, a 5.5-foot fucking cat woman. Like, it's not like the irony is not lost on her here, but she's not giving two fucks.
I
She
give
hops
her-
over to the bed that's sort of beside Emrys and just looking at you.
I
What
give
about
her a
you?
very toothy grin.
Hello, big man. She starts looking at you, Emrys. What about you?
And he looks up from the food, tilts his neck and goes, "Don't worry, you can trust us more than some of your guards."
Yeah.
Oh,
He's right
is
there.
that right?
Aye.
Yes.
It is. We've been attacked
just-
by a fair few of them now, actually.
Yes, but what if you're one of them? What if you're one of
One
them
of your
getting
guards?
attacked just to make it look like you're safe? I need to look over you.
I mean,
I am in a loincloth only, you can see. I am fine.
But you're
He gets
also
back to
like
eating his food.
you're also like 20 foot higher than her.
Can I make a point of looking at her neck?
Do you want to do it out in the open, or you want to be stealthy about it?
No, I want to make a point of doing it.
Okay, give me an investigation check then.
Can I make it a perception check, please?
Yeah, give it a perception check.
Ugh. Well, an average 14.
So, it's not too much. You can see under her armour, she's got sort of like plate armour in the chest area, and like same sort of thing. She's wearing clothing underneath it, but it's like it's not a high collar, so it sort of goes by where the line of the armour is. You can see her neck, and there's nothing there. There's battle scars,
Yeah.
but
I didn't think I would find anything. I was just more of a making a point that
Make
I'm
a point,
looking
yeah.
as well.
she's just looking at you like knowing that you're making this point, but she's not going to say anything really because she knows that she's a bit thingied with this. She's being a bit intrusive, but she's letting you guys have your say as well to defend yourselves and whatnot. She hops over to Neff. Right, what about you? Can I have a look at you just to make sure?
Yeah. I took my head back.
She sort of takes your hood down and looking over. You're safe. You've got a few scars as well, but nothing that says you're Iron Fist. And same thing, she just slowly turns her head and starts looking at you, Rom, and just going, "You next."
yeah,
Hops
I'm
over to
fine.
you.
I just take anything that might be obscuring out the way and let her have a look. I don't have an issue with it.
As she goes to touch you, you feel a little jolt of energy, like pulse between you and her, sort of like a stronger static shock.
Yeah, yeah.
And she just sort of takes the jolt. Oh, I've never dealt that before, but you feel something. Give me a con check, please.
Ooh, a rare constitution check. Oh shit! I did it on D&D Beyond.
That's fine.
19.
That's fine. You feel a pulse in your head as she touches you, like the stress of everything that's happening. You put it down to the stress of everything that's happening, but you hear a note in your head. Just a little note, just a little magical note, a musical note, just bing, off in your head as as this touch, as her touch gets to you,
My eyes immediately widen.
as she just looks at you like, that's strange. Never felt that before. Anyway,
Can I make an insight check on that?
yeah,
Oh, I did it in my D&D Beyond again. 7.
there doesn't seem to be anything about her that is putting you off. She's wearing the same sort of guard armour that Lieutenant Licker's wearing, but there's like a few more dints and dents in it, scratches, things like that. She's got on bits of jewellery here and there, a couple of rings on her fingers, a nice blade at her waist, but you put it down to stress of the situation and just like a bit of static. Maybe it's a bit of energy that she's putting off because of her stress and things like that.
I do not take my eyes off her the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I'm immediately 100% intrigued by this woman.
Do I notice this?
Not well, you could notice him sort of starting to stare at her. If you want to give us a
I would say you would probably know Ramallah well enough to know when his behaviour changes.
I would say, how long does your telepathic link last?
Mine.
Yeah.
It's just a few, 3 minutes at a time. But I can re-up it whenever I want.
Yeah. So, would you have had it re-upped while you were in the thing? Well, you've not actually said it during there, so I wouldn't say you'd have it on.
It wasn't on at the moment. No.
No, you had it on when Liquor first came, when you guys got first taken into the first aid room and stuff like that. So I'd say that's thinged off. But you've probably seen Ramallah starting to be a wee bit like, you've seen the excursion of them saying like, oh, there's just like a wee jolt sort of thing, because she never made it. She never tried to say it in secret or anything. She's just putting it down to a bit of static and jolt, like jumpiness and things like that as well. She looks over you. Same thing, few scars here and there that she'll find on you, but nothing out of the ordinary. Does Ramallah have like dwarven tattoos and stuff again? Yeah.
He would do. Yeah, he has like kind of like Celtic artwork and things like that and stuff.
So she's looking you over and stuff like that, and just she catches one of the tattoos that you have like at the base of your neck, and she says, "Oh, never knew you were from the mountains."
Aye, yeah, that's where I'm from. Decided I wanted to see more of the world, you know.
Yeah, you don't see many castles getting let about nowadays.
Yeah, well, you know, that's kind of why I got out of there.
Understandable. And she just where the fuck have I put that stuff? Sorry. She just looks at you and goes, well, if you ever go back to Dimwall, just make sure you bring us back something nice.
Well, I mean, that can always be arranged. There's plenty of nice gems and stuff to be found in that place.
Ah, well. I don't think you'd be allowed to go and get them, but hey ho. She just jumps back down and moves back to the front of the room beside Liquor. Right, so I know that my excursion in here hasn't told you anything, to be honest, because you've been told most of the stuff from Liquor here, I assume. We've got the problem with the Fist. They keep hitting traders, people who've got shops, bars, and now it seems to be that they've infiltrated the castle, or the stronghold, whatever you want to call us. We've got one of them down in the cells right now. He could probably have a bit more information for you.
Well, we were hoping to have a word with them, and
Don't worry, you'll get your chance. Liquor told me that he promised you to do it off the books. Didn't you, Liquor? And he just sort of looks down at his feet. He's just like, sorry about that, ma'am. Aye, don't do anything without asking me first. Doesn't matter if they're your friends. And just sort of has this sarcastic look on her face, like, friends.
to be fair to the good lieutenant here, it seemed prudent to allow us, as we obviously have issues with these people as well, and if you're having issues with trusting other members of your own guard, it might be wise to allow people that you can trust to speak to them.
Oh, lost the fucking thing there. Yeah, the doors. I've lost a spoon to my spread. Anyway, that's just me fucking thing. The doors being rattled from the outside, and somebody comes. A guardsman comes in, bit bloodied. Say, "Captain, Captain!" He said. Godger turns around. So him, "What? What's happened?" He says, "Oh, we got ambushed. Only me and 2 others got back. The other group, we can't find them. They've not come back." And Godger just looks, "Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, get one of the healers. Get you all looked at. Is anybody still at the doorway?" Yeah, somebody's still there. A few people. Right, I'll get this sorted." And Godger turns around. "You up for a task?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Follow me." And she just starts hopping, little bunny hopping outside the door. And Liquor sort of turns around, looks at her and goes, "Oh, right, better follow her, come on." And just gets up and starts running after her. What do you guys do?
I'm straight behind. I want to stay as close to Godger as I possibly can.
I'm right behind Grom.
Yeah, I'm sort of hanging towards the back. She has properly scared the shit out of Stormcloak.
I love how you're like this, like, sexually resplendent character who goes into bars and doesn't have a problem with anybody, gets in the middle of fights, chucking your knives and things like that, and now you're terrified.
I'm not gonna lie, he's also a little bit turned on by how strong and authoritative this little bunny is.
If Ramallah was into women and bunnies, absolutely.
Well, so he's not nothing like you then, you furry.
Yeah.
You're never gonna pass that up onto me.
I'm gonna keep going with it though.
He's gonna try. That's God loves a tryer and all that shite.
As far as me and Rob are concerned, it's been passed off.
So, Emrys and Mouse, are you guys following behind as well?
Yeah, I'm right with her.
Right.
I'm also totally not trying to find that meme where somebody paws Judy where she looks like she's having fun.
I know exactly the one.
Can't bloody find it, you know?
So, you guys are running along the passageway back towards the room that you guys had been fighting in 5 hours ago. 4 or 5 hours ago, we'll say. As you guys wander through, there's still, you see the blood and some of the gore still about the place, but the bodies seem to have been cleaned up. Mouse, when you walk into the room, you see a big pile of blood sort of where you took your hit, where you took your stab. What's going through her mind as she sees like this puddle of blood? I want you to. Is there something that can get you to roll that you think you would? No. So yeah, come on, give me a survival check. I know this sounds stupid, but I'm gonna pass it off as because you survived. Like,
Yeah,
how does it make you feel, sort of, seeing this?
It's...
All right, Dr. Phil.
Yes, this is what it's going to be. It was a near-death experience, because I think it took you down to like 2 points or something, was it?
I think it was 7.
7, something like that.
Yeah. She's been in a lot of fights. She knows how to handle herself. And she's always thought that she could take a lot of hits. But I think this scared her a little bit. and especially like seeing the blood there, it was just like, oh, I'm not immortal.
Oh, you're taken. I've just seen Rob's fucking photo there. The bunny from fucking. That's fucking brilliant.
Just see that.
Yeah, I've just seen it.
First thing I thought of.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Seen everybody's. It's fucking brilliant. That's
Definitely.
beautiful from Nicole as well.
Yeah, that's a really nice drawing.
Yeah, really good. So you feeling all this, and you sort of you get a feeling like you've let your guard down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's giving you a little kick up the pants now that you've managed to survive that, knowing that this is serious now.
She's not narcissistic, but she's very proud of the fact that she can handle herself in a fight.
Yeah. I think.
And
On you go, sorry.
no, it's fine.
No, I was just going
Can I
to
do a
say. See,
perception check as well on mouse?
yeah, if you want.
Oh, 22.
Yeah.
So as
Right.
Stormcrow's walking past, he just puts his sort of hand on her shoulder and just looks at her and just gives that nod as I say, "You okay?"
I don't move, look at him, say anything, but you feel my tail wrap around your leg a little bit. You know, almost like a hug, sort of.
Yeah, got ya. And he just
So-
sort of leaves his hand there and just sort of squeezes her shoulder as he walks past her and say, "It's all right, we're here."
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing that with this because you know how you've got like I've done the death roll flash before their eyes thing. I think I might do that for situations like this. If you take like a critical hit and it gets you to a certain amount of points, if it's something that we're revisiting like the areas and shit like that, you might
Yeah,
get
no,
like
that's a good plan, man. I like that.
you might get like a mental health check, like a PTSD check sort of shit, you know.
No, that's good. I like that.
I know it's going a wee bit too in deep with it, but fuck, you can what it's like yourselves. If something happens, you do think back to it in certain areas and whatnot. So
That's
Yeah,
a good idea.
that's cool.
as you guys walk in and all this is going down, the rest of you see Captain Godger and the lieutenant looking over everything. There's guards who have their like halberds and spears and stuff set up, looking towards the doorway that opened up when you guys were in the room. But there's a couple of guards who are there who are a bit battered and bloodied, who are on the ground waiting for the healer. Like, fuck's sake, so what happened then? And they're just, ambushed further down the passage. Jenkins didn't make it. The rest of us got
But
split
the
up.
Welsh name didn't make it. This is a
I
surprise.
thought that too.
Listen, Jenkins was literally just the first name on the top of my head, okay?
Yeah, I wonder why.
This has
Yeah,
nothing...
coincidence? I
Listen.
think not.
Listen to this. I rarely think of you Welsh, right? Okay? You're on the bottom of my list of things to think about, okay?
You're just piling up the racism now tonight, aren't you?
Okay. So,
Picking on the
McTavish
Welsh,
managed...
picking on the Welsh.
McTavish managed to survive, obviously. He never took any fucking hit point damage, you know, that's... There, he's fine with that, are you? Obviously the English guy died as well, but...
What about O'Patrick? Is he okay?
Oh, he's fine. He's at the bar. He's getting pissed.
As long as
On-
the Irish are okay.
So, as Godger's sort of hearing all this, she's just looking, you see her little foot starting to tap on the ground, a little bit like Thumper. She's getting a wee bit aggravated. She's like, fuck's sake! Right. You lot, you fancy a little trip down there?
Absolutely.
Try and find our
Yeah,
boys.
Will you be joining us, Captain?
No. Not just yet.
Well,
Or actually,
okay.
Liquor, have you got it all up here? Yes, ma'am. Fine. Right. And she points it to the guards that are sort of in the room. You two, come with me. We're all
Did your
going
men
down.
happen to get numbers or anything?
What was that?
Did your men happen to get numbers? Any
She just-
indication of numbers or...
She just looks at them and goes, well, did you get numbers of people? They're just looking. One of them's got like an injury over his eye. The other's sort of a bit chopped up, stabbed. No, ma'am. They just came from the darkness. We couldn't see. I can't even remember where we went. The split, and he just passes out in front of you. The other guy who's got his eye, like hand over his eye, bleeding out. It's like his other eye. You see, he's just looking into absolutely nothing. He's like shell shocked. He's not making any sounds or anything like that. Godger just goes over and starts grabbing at the one that's just passed out. Wake up, damn it, wake up! And she starts smacking him. And nothing. He's not waking him up.
Don't worry. We'll catch
Is
them and we'll
he-
find out.
He's not dead, is he?
No, he's just passed out. You could see his chest rising and falling under his armour, but the rest of it is no. He's fine. He's just passed out from the blood loss. Right, we take it we're going down here then. She grabs a torch from the wall and just starts going down. The guards that were meant to be joining her just sort of turn and look at each other, look at you guys, and just hurry off behind her. You hear the plate mail and that clanking as they're running down behind her. Lieutenant Licker's still up there with the injured ones and the ones that are on guard with their halberds and their shields and whatnot at the door, just with them still facing downwards. He's looking at you all and just, right, well, thanks for helping the captain out. I'll stay up here. Anything happens, we'll get a message to you somehow. What you guys doing?
Going to
Yeah.
find them.
Following the captain?
Just following her
Good luck,
down?
Vicar.
Just making sure before somebody tries stealing armour off of the shell-shocked fucking guard or trying to loot the guy that's just passed out or something.
Yeah. As I'm walking through, I turn to one of the guards and say, and make sure you keep an eye on that bastard that's in the cells that tries to try and spring in at.
Yeah, we're not done with him yet.
Yeah, Licker turns around and says, oh, don't worry. He's not getting out of there at all. And just winks at you as you go past. Winks at you, Stormcrow, specifically.
Mm.
Stormcrow just has a little bit of a slow grin appear around across his face.
So, you guys start going down the hidden passageway. Who has dark vision? Does anybody have that?
I do.
60
I
foot.
do.
I
60
can
foot?
do. I will do Eyes of Night.
Eyes of Night.
So
What was that?
everybody gets 300 foot of dark vision.
I
Oh,
don't.
okay. Never mind then.
So, so you're just overriding everybody who has dark vision and giving them better dark vision, is it?
Yeah, I have it up to 60 feet anyway, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm up to 60 foot anyway, but yeah, 300 will do is fine.
I'll take
Yep, I
5
will.
times that, yeah.
Including Judy. I'll give her.
oh. So you see, sort of.
She should be
As
fine.
you-
She's plenty of carrots.
you,
She's plenty of carrots.
you know what? You can have inspiration for that. Like, I never even thought of that there. You can have an inspiration for that. You all should have got there quicker.
If her first name isn't Judy from now on, there's something seriously wrong with you as a DM, I'm sorry.
Judy Godger. You
Yeah.
want it to be Judy Godger. Right,
Yeah.
hold on. Captain Judy Godger.
Yeah.
Judy, you know what? She's gonna get a middle nickname, Hops. There, how's that for you?
All the guards call her that behind her back.
Yeah.
Right, now I've got to change all that to Judy Hops Godger. You guys fucking stress me out sometimes, you know that, with your
Headcanon is fun.
Yes. Yes. Listen, I wanted a serious game where I've got somebody called Fister and Mr. Dick Licker, and you guys just have to go and spoil it all for me, don't you? Just
I'm sorry,
unbelievable.
Darren. You wanted a serious game and you invited us lot.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I thought that Stuart might have been the serious one out of the lot, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face, to be honest. I thought he might have reined you all in, but no. So,
But it wasn't going to be the old mature one, was it?
oh no, which one's the mature one? Fucking hell. Tell which one's the old one, but anyway.
You know what? I can't even be mad at that because I brought it up.
You just sound racist.
Yeah.
Yes. Jenkins is never going to be alive ever again. Jenkins is going to be the first one to die in everything when somebody asks.
That's it. Every campaign from now on, I'm putting Welsh names on someone. I'm going to see how long I last.
Oh, that's it. The campaign's done. That's it over.
Well,
We go
people
through
with
like
a new
10
red shirt.
characters every
Oh,
campaign.
I just want to see how he'll pronounce them.
I can do a bit of a Welsh accent. I'm pretty good.
If that Welsh person is from Southeast Asia,
Ireland.
apparently.
Listen, you don't want me to do my Southeast Asia fucking accents. You don't want that at all.
No, not if we're
'Cause-
streaming. Not if
Because
we're
we are streaming at this moment in
Just do
time.
now, just do
Yeah.
not do an Asian accent.
Oh, so sorry. I'll get back to the campaign. We're at see my other D&D campaign, the physical one. We're having a little break
Yeah.
from D&D at the moment because the DM wants to do Cyberpunk Red. So we're playing this like a whole new setup and stuff like that. So it's like Cyberpunk Red easy mode. So so they've got something on it called the life. Was it the life cycle or something like that? So you have to roll, and it tells you say your character's background from this role. It tells you where you're from, tells you your hairstyles, your clothing style, all that stuff. 3 out of the 4 of us. What's that?
I kind of like that because sometimes I struggle with like backstory and whatnot.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good thing as well. 3 of the 4 of us rolled Eastern Asian as our thing, and the other one was Western Asian. So we're literally full of Asians in there in the fucking best possible way, and it was like, and it all really filled out properly. Like all our roles sort of went around this. It was bloody brilliant, and it's a cool setup as well, but it's a little bit confusing. And there's part of me that says I want to learn it properly and maybe do like a mini one shot or a couple of one shots for it
would be
to try.
for that.
But it's confusing as fuck at the moment. Trying to like even that one session we done and it was on easy mode. It was difficult to learn. It's like doing a roll like this, and then you've got to do this, and then you've got to add this onto it. Oh, you're only rolling with D6s and D10s, but if you get a D10, which is a highest roll, you get to add another D10 roll to your thing. But if you roll a D1, you've got to take off another D10 roll. Something like that. It was good. It was confusing, but it was fun. And playing it in a cyberpunk style environment as well, which was good. Anyway, sorry, off track there, just because of you guys being racist. Sorry. As Mouse cast this spell to give everybody dark vision, you guys, having had it before, see, you guys sort of attune to it quick enough, but you see in front of you the Captain Judy and the 2 guardsmen just get a little bit startled because they weren't expecting you to cast this. They weren't expecting this to happen either. So it's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, I can see in the dark. These carrots are really working out. That's just for you, Emrys. Just that little bit, just because you were on the ball earlier on when nobody else was.
See, I was buying for the right time to make a carrot joke, and it just didn't come up. And I just
Until it did, and
waited too
Emrys.
long.
Until it did, and Stuart got to it
Yeah.
first. So he turns, they turn around Godger turns around and says, "Did you do this? I take it."
I did, yes. I hope it helps.
Thank you. Hopefully this does help. No more surprises. And you just see her pull out her sword from her belt. She no longer needs to use the torch. She just chucks it off to the side. But this sword, it looks impressive. Like, on a normal person, if it was a regular size, this thing would be very deadly looking. On her, it looks like it could be Emrys's toothpick. But you get a sense that this thing has killed lots of people. Just with like, say, the scarring on her body, the dents on her plate mail and things like that. Like, she doesn't keep it like a brand new thing. It's like she takes the scars of each fight with her. And the same with this blade. It looks like it's seen battle multiple times. And for her being so young, it's quite disturbing. You guys continue walking for a good 10-15 minutes down these passageways. They're sort of weaving in and out, and you feel like you're going... Somebody give me a perception check, actually. Give me a perception check.
Well, my perception's pretty shite.
Just one person.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got 17.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
You're going for, what was that, a 22? Or the 17? 17. We're going for the 17. So
Oh, what? Who rolled the 22?
that was 16 minutes ago. Sorry, I've just seen that there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, right, cool.
Yeah, so because I'm looking in about 3 different windows here, and then have to click on the game chat one, the game log one as well. I'm all over the place. You feel for these 15 minutes or so as you're walking, like it's like you're it feels like you're going up and down all over the place. It's like one narrow passage that you're just constantly moving with, and it never feels like you're going the same sort of direction at all times. As you're walking along, you're seeing scuff marks all over the place. You're seeing blood marks from what looks like when the soldiers were running up this passageway to get back. There's signs that there has been battle along here, little pools of blood and whatnot, but as you're walking along, you can't see any bodies. You can't see a body, you can't see any other marks until you get to a junction. One going left, one going right. You see marks going down both ways with that perception check, on different sides of it. You can't tell whether it's coming or going. And you realise that this is the split that the soldier was on about before he passed out. So Captain Godger's standing there just looking at you guys and trying to take a little look for herself. You see her nose twitching and things like that. It's like she's trying to take a sniff of the air, and there's sort of like a disgust on her face.
I'll cast guidance on her.
Cast guidance. I might actually take a roll. I'll give that a survival check.
Yeah, add a d4.
Plus a d4. $14. So with this, you see her just looking, she's like, yeah, I can smell something. I can smell the blood. And I can smell stenches, body odour. But it's coming from both ways. I can't tell who went where. Bastard. It's just sort of going over to the wall that splits to the different ways, and you just see like her kick the wall just a little bit. Not too much force, but just like it looks like a little cotton pad fucking kicking at the wall. You just expect those of you that have been around kids or things like that. You're just expecting like her foot to make like a wee squeaking noise, like a squeaky toy getting hit off the wall. Just like that sort of situation. But just you see a bit of anger in her eyes as she's doing this. Well, I think we're gonna have to split up. I need to find my people. Or at least kill the bastards that killed the one that killed poor Jenkins. God, I'm gonna miss him. And one of the guards looks over at her and says, Did you work with him quite a bit? He says, yeah, we miss him already. The other one draws back and just looks at you guys and goes, Jenkins was a her. And just looks back at Captain Dodger. Just these guys are obviously taking the piss out of her. Right. As she looks at him just sort of a wee bit angrily and just doesn't want to do anything just yet. He goes, right. Me and the funny brothers here, we're gonna go one way. You go the other. What way do you want to go? Left or right? Now, I'm going to give you guys a chance to pick this. Which way do you want to go? Left or right?
Are you sure you don't want no two of us to come with you?
No, I think that me and them should be fine enough. And she just sort of starts swinging at her sword. I could trust them enough. You guys are obviously a group.
I take out a copper coin and I look to her and I say, heads left, tails right.
Do you guys want to do it, or do you want me to toss
And then
my
we roll
coin?
again.
Well, I've got an actual coin here. I've got a Witcher coin. I could toss a
You
coin
gonna
to my
toss a
Witcher.
coin?
Yes, I can toss a coin from my Witcher. Do you want me to do it for you, or do you guys want to? One of you want to do it?
Well, I was thinking the other thing we do is roll a d20 and odds we go right, left, evens we go left.
You could do that if you want. Who want mouse? You've got the coin. I'll let you do that then.
Alright, so just a d20.
D20, odds left, evens right.
Yep.
And you could do whatever roll you want.
It's odd.
Odds are left.
Yep.
So, as your coin lands on odd, or heads, whatever one we chose for that in coin mode, Godger sort of looks up at you. Well, you're going to tell me which one it is, aren't you? You're a bit taller than me.
We will go left.
Right. We're going right. She just-
During this
no.
whole conversation, I've been trying to eye up the guards to see if I can see their necks.
Give me an investigation check then. No, not that. That was me saying that to myself, by the way, not you.
So am I
clicked
giving you
something.
an investigation?
Yeah, give me an investigation. I just clicked something when I said that to you.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yeah,
Nice.
with how dark it is, and like when they had their back turned to you guys when they were speaking to Captain Godger, I would say that Neff, because of your like skills at slinking and stuff like that, you sort of got you managed to get yourself a little peek when they weren't looking, and you've managed to see at their necks. They have scars, like any guardsman should, but nothing's a brand. These are people that that as you see on their necks, you can judge that Captain Godger has sort of picked these ones. Either her or Lieutenant Licker, they've picked these ones because of the infiltration not 5 hours ago, because of the attack.
Okay.
These are people that she trusts. She turns.
Stay in touch, though.
What was that?
How do we stay in touch if we need to get hold of you or vice versa?
Well, we'll just need to meet each other back here at some point. Meet back at the castle. We're going to follow this as far down as we possibly can. We have to find our people. Or find out what happened to them. Or kill any of the bastards that are down here. Hopefully we'll intercept each other at some point. If not, meet back at the castle. If you get back there, speak to Liquor. We have mages in the castle that will be able to send me messages. Unless one of you can do it. Do you have that abilities? Does anybody have anything that good? Do you have like the sending spells or
Yeah,
anything like that?
if you want to like put me up a couple of levels.
Ah, yeah, just for this one scenario. You know what? Mouse can jump up to level 20 if you want. And you can get that spell. If you want to put £500 in my account. No, I'm joking. It's actually 1,000 for that. If anybody wants to meta game and jump up a few levels, it's 200 per level. She looks at you guys while you're saying that and just looking at all you all and not even realising what she's saying. It's like, okay, so none of you can use your minds. That's grand. She starts sort of patting herself over. It goes, did I have one of them? No. You two, have you got anything? You got a sending stone? And they look at each other and say, sorry, ma'am, no. Bastards. Right. No, sorry, there's no sending stones. I must have dropped mine earlier on. Must have left it in my room.
We can meet back here. I don't think that'll be an issue.
Meet back here. Meet back at here or in the castle.
Sounds good.
Right. Get back to... If anything happens, get back here. Get the Liquor and tell him to contact me. Because I know that he does have people that can find me. Right. Good luck. And she puts a little paw up to you guys and just to shake all your hands. Now this thing's tiny. This thing's like a fucking rabbit. This is a rabbit paw in your hand. But when she does reach up to you, she grabs it really firmly. Like this is... Let's see a little strength check from her. An 18. She crushes your hands. You feel a firm grip from something so tiny. Usually it's you feel a firm grip on something so tiny for the rest of you guys. Oh! That's a masturbation joke, sorry. Anyway. It's getting late. Like, I'm fucking gonna make shitty jokes. So, Godger and their two guards start wandering off down to the right of the right pathway. You guys start heading off to the left. About half an hour into your search, you guys start to hear something off in the distance. It sounds like running water, but you can't see any way of getting to it. So what I'm going to do is... Sorry, I had to turn something's just thinking up there. So what I'm going to do from you guys is I'm wanting survival rolls from you, but it's individuals. So you guys pick who's going to be rolling first.
Oh, I just rolled, so...
Did you just roll? So...
Yeah.
Ramala
I rolled a 17.
rolled a 17. So, being underground and in the darkness, Ramala feels right at home following these little sounds. He knows these sorts of environments. He starts wandering these little pathways See, it's like where it should be pitch black, you guys can now see it's old tunnels that have been formed. Some of it looks like it's been bedrock at the top, but when you look at the sides and the ground underneath you, it's like it's been paved. It's reminiscent of the passageways in the castle that you've just came out of, and the stronghold you've just came out of. Same sort of brickwork looking, same sort of designs. Like, for somebody like Ramala that understands construction work, I would say, you would say that this has been built from the same people who built the stronghold. And at a rough guess, you would think that this is maybe like an exit, like a seat, like for members of the lords and ladies. If anything were to happen, you think that this might be like an abandoned escape route for them, because it doesn't feel like it's like deep passageways, if you get what I mean, like the main sort of passageways. It's not like it's been levels that have been closed off at some point. It just feels like it's an offshoot because of the stone, because of like the rugged stone that looks like it's been carved at the top, but nothing's been done to it. Still looks like it's like cavern roofs. You keep going for half an hour or so, following these little sounds that are bouncing off of the passageways. You get to another little fork in the road. You still see darkness, but there is little sort of still little bits of blood, but you can't see roughly where it's going. Can I get a perception check from you guys? From all of you.
I am gonna give myself guidance. So
I'm gonna roll a 14.
I'm gonna roll a 14 as well.
And me.
And I'll roll a 3.
Wait, did 3 of us roll 14?
3 of you
Yeah.
rolled 14s. Nephilis, you managed to score double figures with your perception roll.
Yay!
It's finally happened, guys.
Yes,
Right, I'm making a note of that in my book.
I would. Mouse, did you say you're rolling a...
yeah, well, I was gonna roll guidance, but it's just doing the description rather than rolling it. But I got a 7 anyway, so it's not really gonna help much.
Right. And what was yours, Rom? A 3?
3.
3. Good roll.
3.
I'd say with a combination of your survival and that as well, you still have sort of a guess roughly where it is the sound's coming from. It's bouncing off like to the things, but your perception, you're just sort of focused on one way to go. Mouse, the way that you're looking, you're just following Rom. You're just looking at wherever he's sort of pointing to go, you're going. But Stormcrow, Neff, and Emrys, you guys, as you're looking about, you're looking at these blood marks all over the place. Emrys, your warrior instincts are sort of kicking in. You know that this area's, there are enemies around here, and there are signs of battle, so you're keeping yourself at the ready.
I was gonna say, can I do a survival check to see if there's any like more signs of it?
Yeah, don't worry. 2 seconds. You'll get a chance in a minute.
It's
In 2
alright.
seconds, you'll get a minute, and in 2 seconds. You know,
Okay.
That's my mentality. Neff, the way that you've been brought up as well, you see the same things as Emrys, but there's little marks. You're seeing like little chips everywhere in the stone and whatnot, and you're thinking there's something not right about this. Storm,
Yep.
You're seeing the same things as Neff, but you're understanding what these little chips, these little marks in the stone is. Could you give me another perception check? Could you give me an investigation check, but at advantage?
Okay, so the first one's a 12. And the second one's a 25.
That's
Nice.
brilliant. So you walk over to some of the blood-stained stones, realizing what these little nicks and all that in the stone is, and you swipe away at some of the blood, and you see written, that carved into the stone, little etches. Look like little runes of some sort. It looks to be in what you've read before as possibly goblin, but there's marks in it that you understand aren't goblin. It's from your time travelling and the things that you've learnt from the underbellies of society. You understand that this is written in thieves' cant,
Okay.
and it's directions. It's telling you roughly where to go next in this labyrinth, this underground labyrinth, and it's saying to you, take this right hand passage, follow it for 20 minutes until you get to the water. Take a right. Are you telling the group this? I take it.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you relay this to the group, Rom sort of, you see where he's looking, he's like, oh, okay, and veers himself off to the right a bit more from where he was looking. He was looking sort of down the left-hand passage. Again, now you're facing off to the right. Mouse, I'll let you have a survival for the next one.
Mm-hmm. And I will guidance myself again because it's important. Fuck my life.
It's not bad.
That's better.
An 18. So, as you clutch your holy symbol, and it sort of brings off this little bit of light, it sort of helps your sight a little bit more. You're able to recite in your head, right? Storm said this. You manage to walk down, you see all these little markers. It's the same thing. It's like little chips here and there from what you could see now. You're seeing what he sort of sees, but along with like the blood stains and whatnot. But you keep following it, and eventually you get past what looks to be a cavern, and it seems to now be sort of like a metallic tube you're in, with water running down the side. To the left, and it takes you to another fork in this little road. To the left, you see down, and probably about a mile down this tube, you see sunlight coming through and the water pouring out. You can all deduce that this is now a sewer you're in. The escape tunnel has taken you out to a sewer somewhere, to a sewer system. But you see, again, more marks, more blood marks, and also more chips into the now steel piping, or the now metal piping. Because of your high investigation check before, Storm, I'm going to say that you see it now. You know what you're looking for, so you're just going to check this every single time. And this says, follow up to the junction and take a left at the markers. So, you guys, from there, who wants to give me another one? Who wants to give me another survival check? Or the next one, so it's either Emrys, Storm, or Neff.
I'll do it. Okay.
No?
Tom, you got
Yeah, I got first. My survival is shite, but 11.
11. I'll give you that.
Well, if I see him actively looking, I'll cast guidance on him as
You
well.
cast guidance, on you go, love.
So, was it add a D4? Yeah.
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 Oh, another 3, supposed to be up to 14.
14. There we go. Perfect. This doesn't take long for you guys to get up there. You know what you're looking for now. With Stormcrow at the front, you guys start speeding up a little bit. And you manage to get through, get to the next junction quick as. The next marker there says follow to the cross, then you'll find the boss. Which is pretty strange. Why would there be a riddle now marking here? But with that, you still want to continue onward.
What does it say?
Follow to follow to the cross and you'll find the boss. It's like somebody's now starting to take the piss.
It's like, does it seem like they know we're coming, sort of?
This just seems now like it's... Some of this is still with, like, in Goblin. So the marks that Storm can see is sort of still etched within this writing. So there could be more stuff in there that's being said. Does anybody speak Goblin?
No, but I have got comprehend languages.
Do you have comprehend languages?
Yeah.
Is that a ritual, is it? Or is that...
Yeah, it's a spell. So I need components. I need a pinch of salt and salt.
Right, so you would need that. Do you have anything that's like...
I don't. Has anyone got anything?
Well, you can use your focus instead of the pinch of salt.
Yeah, I was always say that as a focus. Have you got a focus for it?
Bars use their instruments as focus.
Oh, do they? Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
So what do I do, sorry?
You could use your instrument as your focus.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
All right, so I can use my lyre as my focus.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
what is it? You could use a focus on any spell that doesn't have monetary value
Yeah,
components.
Exactly.
That's what... I remember that's what you explained to me with Byther. But,
Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah.
yeah, I've forgotten with that. Yeah, so you could use that if you're wanting. Do you want to describe how, when you're casting your spell with your lyre, what is it you're wanting to do with it? What is
So
it
when
you
I'm
want to see?
So when I'm casting, it with my lyre, I put my one hand onto the wall because I can only understand the written language when I'm touching the wall. But with the other hand, then I'm just sort of bucking out a 3-note tune. So it's just like dun 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 dun, as I'm using that as a focus.
Okay, give me another investigation check then. Let's see what you could see while you're concentrating on this.
For the duration, it's one action lasts an hour, so you can understand the literal meaning of anyone. You can also understand any written language you can see, but it must be touching the wall. It takes about 1 minute to read one page of text. So, investigation 23.
Nice. So as you're touching this wall, you're seeing sort of the everything changing, all this gobbledygook now in your head. And I have used that because that's what they call it in Harry Potter as well, by the way. Not just because that was what was in my head.
Yeah, they've got that.
Yeah.
It was literally that. But it's all changing. Things are now starting to make sense. You're seeing it within, like, what your thieves can't not telling you. This is just saying, like, where to go, where it is. This stuff's like telling you who was here before. You're seeing names on there like Boblin was here. Coblin is a dick. It just seems like this is just the ravings of a mad little horde of people. But there's also things like warning, boss is angry along it. Daddy will kill. All that. It's like graffiti is mixed in with it as well, just to throw people off.
Yeah.
Because not very many people learn gobbledygook. Apart from the goblins themselves, obviously. But while you're sort of looking over, you're scanning just to make sure that there's nothing on it that's important. But you're seeing markings that it's saying, like, the Iron Fist will live on. The Iron Fist will reign supreme. Long live the dark of the Iron Fist. Things like that. Stuff that's looking like it's trying to be menacing. But it's just like, it's gang tags essentially you're seeing.
With that spell, can you write languages as well as read them?
No, it's only understand. I think with comprehend languages, you can only understand what's being said to you or written languages.
Oh damn it! Because I wanted to like put underneath like Iron Fisted dicks or something.
Mr. Fister Fist Iron Fist or some shit like that. But as you sort of really lay it back to the guys, like what's actually being said and things like that, and where you've got to go. What are you guys still continuing to move on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn to the others and after he's relayed this and say, seems to me like these Iron Fists have set up underneath the city. Maybe they live in the sewer network down here. It would be an excellent place for a base.
Yes, it makes sense that they are using tunnels.
Indeed. I think if we follow this on, we might find more than just the Iron Fist boss. I think we could find the horn.
With that being said now, guys, and I turn around and look at the group and I've got my hands still pressed against the wall. So with that being said now, guys, do you think it's maybe a good idea that we get some backup if we're going to continue along this route?
I was just thinking the same. How far do we go down now? Do we go back and get our little bunny friend and the rest of the gang?
Well,
But you guys are like an hour and a half
yeah, I was going to say.
or so through these caves and stuff like that, so it would probably take just as much time getting back. So it's up to yourselves if you want to go back or you just want to continue on just to see what it is.
I think
Well,
Judy
we
might end up taking glory if we take her with us, and we might not get paid as well.
I don't give a fuck who takes the glory. What I want to do is come out of this alive.
Yeah.
I suppose that.
Also, if they realise that we've come this far, they might move by the time we get back or reinforcements.
That's true.
Damn it, if
Is it
only
worth seeing where
five-
the other end of the tunnel there comes out as you can see the water? Maybe that will be near guard station. We can hopefully find someone that is not corrupt and they can send information to Dick Licker.
Yes, a good idea.
Now, if you were to go back, that's about another 20 minutes or something it was.
Yep.
So,
So as he says that about the corruption thing, Stormcrow just snorts and says, "Got more chance of finding a fucking virgin in a whorehouse than finding someone who's not corrupt in this goddamn city."
Very true, very true.
You're right there, aye.
So do we just go ahead and literally take heads to show what we have found?
I think that would be my vote anyway. But I'll go with the
Yeah. I say strike
there
on the
any
eye
way-
and stop.
Ramala, is there any way you can put a mark on the wall to indicate where we've been?
Absolutely. Let's see what.
Leave some sort of rune or something on the wall for directions.
I can do that. Let me see. I can use prestidigitation to leave a mark. It'll only leave a mark for 1 hour though. But
Ah.
I'm sure I can. In fact, I'll just pull out one of my daggers, scratch something on the wall.
I was going to say, you do
That
have
was
a
going to be
giant.
another suggestion. Is just scratch something into the wall.
I was going to say, you do have a giant there that's got like
Yeah.
heavy weapons that could easily take a chunk of the wall or something like that out.
I've been taking notes to which way we've been going. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I can take out one of my daggers, hand it to Emrys, and say, "Would you like to do the honors?"
Okay.
Because my daggers are like chipped and fucked anyway. They're called daggers, but one of them's just a kitchen knife. The other one is literally a cleaver, like a butcher's cleaver. So if he's not worried about getting damaged to that.
Yeah, I've got dagger returning. I'm no way I'm having that damaged.
No. Right, Emrys, give me a strength check just to see how well you do with this.
Guidance.
Yeah. I am loving guidance with this.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
I'm glad she's actually realizing, like,
Oh, doesn't
What-
he have inspiration as well?
if he wants to use it just now, yeah. But he's just
Yeah, I
rolling
got
it.
inspiration from last time with the Seven Dwarfs joke with Ramala, and I ain't using that yet.
Yeah.
Guidance is a D4 added.
Yes.
Nice.
Not that I really need it, but
No.
Yeah, I was away to say
I
with
just
that.
think you rolled. You don't need shit, really. Got that
Yeah.
what means?
Yeah, with
Pretty
something
guidance
that's
level.
with something that was nearly a natural 20, like, I'm going to say, yeah, you succeeded that.
Ooh,
For
not
twin-
that person, but it's also a save, not a check.
So you strength save to make sure that you didn't break the sword, break the knife, and you also didn't, like, bring the catacomb down on top of you. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Just gonna go-
You didn't destroy the markers that were already there as well.
Yes, we're going to say that just as a save. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We're good
I
at that?
agree with that.
Cool. So long as we're all in agreement with that.
That works for
You-
me, darling.
Yeah, you done that to save everybody. That's what your strength save was. You just saved everybody so you didn't get lost in the fucking catacombs or
Yeah.
the fucking sewers and now have to trudge through shit just to get home. So you make these little marks on the steel walls on this steel piping just to say, like, what do you want written on it, guys?
I
Got
don't know.
any preference what they want?
Oh, I use minor illusion to conjure up a kind of like a very basic drawing of like a griffin style character, and say, do something like this. We're not likely to forget.
Okay.
It's like a kind of almost like a stick figure version of it. It's just basic, very basic kind of, almost like Egyptian style runes, if you know what I mean.
I was going to say, like, when you're 5 years old and get asked to make a dog, and it's just like,
Slightly better than that, but yes.
yeah. So you put that on the wall, and I'm assuming that you're sort of making it, like, point the way that you're coming, like on the opposite wall of the
and underneath we write for Jenkins.
for Jenkins. Okay, so for Jenkins is now just placed. Are you doing it in a specific? Are you just doing it in common, or you want to do it in something spectacular so that just you guys can read it? You doing it in Elvish, or to try and bring some class into this fucking
No, do
shithole?
it in giant.
Do it in giant. So giant runes get fucking carved right into this steel pipe, and Emrys, forgetting his size, they're like small for him, but about 3 times the size of Captain Godger that he's managed to carve in here. But he's managed to do it quite quick, so it's not like he's carving it into stone like what the giants would normally do when they're travelling. But he's just managed to. They're still quite big, but he's managed to batter it out onto this like steel cylinder. So, Emrys or Neff, one of you can do the last survival check. It's up to you guys. Who?
I'll let Neff take it.
You
Oh
sure?
shit.
Everybody's now just dropped. It's like, oh fuck, here we go.
Also, I've just sent a picture of what the griffin thing would look like.
Survival, you said, wasn't it?
Survival.
Oh,
Survival.
Griffin.
Oh.
18.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
exactly what I had in
boy.
mind, by the way. I'm not even joking. That's like pretty much exactly what I had in mind.
Excuse me, Neff has just rolled 2 double figures in a row.
That's impressive.
It's unprecedented.
It's on Neff didn't. That was shit, I know that, but still. Fuck yous all. That's what I say to you if you're not laughing.
And I got abused for my cheese joke.
Yes, you did. But that's the thing with it. It just happens. You guys start following this along. This is a bit of a shorter trek because you know roughly where you're going now. Stormcrow's convinced he knows everything that's going to happen because he's seen all this stuff. Nothing's been warned that there's traps or anything coming up. You just keep running along. About 10-15 minutes from now. You know what? Give us a dexterity check, guys. Each of yous. Or a dexterity save. Dexterity save.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Forgot that we should be checking the traps. Oh shit!
24.
I rolled a
And we're
natural
back on
20.
form with Neff.
Oh,
So-
so check not save, but I think
Oh,
it's the same either way.
Yeah.
Do it again. Not.
Robin, does he need to do it again or can he be okay with this one?
Sorry, I was miles away then. Say that again.
He done a check, not a save. Can he roll it again or
I'll
does he have to stay?
Oh, Neff.
I can roll again.
Roll again. Let's roll again.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
What did he roll that time? Oh shit!
It's exactly the same.
Can you
Well-
roll again? Because that was shit.
No.
Meant to be.
So you guys are running through the sewer pipes. You know roughly where you're going. You're all pumped. You're now getting ready. You think it's a way of getting to a battle. And as you're running along, you get to a weird part of the pipe. You guys start sliding along, but you manage to sort of catch yourselves. Neff doesn't. He falls right down into the sewage, and he's now covered in shit.
Neffy!
He gets up and he is stinking.
Romala,
Actual-
maybe you can do some of your magic to make him smell good this time.
Aye, no problem. You see, as the crystal appears in the palm of my hand, as he gets out the sewage, and I hold it over him, and then use it to make him smell even more like shit. That'll do, donkey.
As Neff is standing
Just
there,
as
you
he
see.
says this, I pull Romala into a bear hug.
Oh,
As-
I love you too, buddy.
Just before he does it, you see like his hood over his head, and like his face is smeared with like a bit of shit, and it's like lumped at the top of his head, like on where his horn stub should be, and it just before he goes to you just see it slurp off. And it's got maybe a bit of corn or something in it. It just splashes into the ground, and then he goes in for his bear
Too much
hug.
of a picture there, dude.
You need to include the corn.
As soon as I get away, I use prestidigitation to unsoil myself.
See, this has been too much of a serious fucking session tonight, so that's why I've had to go with a wee bit of shit and corn.
I
So,
also use it to clean Neffy up as well.
oh, that's nice.
If it,
But you-
if it was anyone else, I wouldn't have done it.
So you managed to clean yourself and Neff up a bit just before you're getting to this crossroads. You see it, it's actually quite big. It's sort of like a T-shaped cross, but then there's a couple of little ones just underneath it that take off into different directions. But along two of the main bigger passageways, Storm I want to get another investigation check from yourself for this one.
Okay. That was a poo one. That was 9.
Mouse. Mouse, are you still there? Have we broken Robin?
Hey.
Probably again.
Yeah.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi's cutting out. It's fucking shit.
Alright, sorry, you have guidance, remember, for Stormcrow.
Yes, I can give guidance to Stormcrow. Of course I can.
Thank you. And that makes me up to 12.
That's perfect, that's what you needed. You have done good, so I've set a DC and none of you have failed it so far, so it's stayed at the same DC, which is perfect. You now see, when you're looking over, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for blood smears and stuff like that, but you're not actually finding the blood. It's now just sort of smaller carvings. One of the new carving that you're seeing, as you put your hand to it, how long did you understand?
An hour.
An hour. So you're putting your hand to it, you're noticing that inside, mixed in with your thieves' cant, is basically the same thing that's being said. You're understanding it a bit more with it, and it's basically saying, follow the passageway along. Continue following the passageway along, and down you'll go. That's the last of it. That's all it says. And by the looks of it, they're meaning continue forward at this crossroads. Emrys, you're the last one.
Okay. Survival check.
Survival. Survival for Emrys.
9.
I'm going to guess that the lovely mouse will guidance you as well.
Of course,
Well,
I will. Yeah, if any time I see them like actively looking, just imagine like me coming up behind you and just giving you a bit of a rub on your shoulders. Obviously not Emrys, that's probably like the small of his back or something.
Ooh, sexual.
Yeah, like Mouse is going to reach that height with Emerus.
Yeah. Ooh.
Alright, Emrys like a
11.
pat on the butt or something.
That just brings Emrys, as you go pat him on the butt with your guidance, Emrys freezes, and horror-stricken, he just envisions fucking, what's her puss? I forgot. Betty.
Betty.
He imagines
No.
he has a flashback of Betty coming up behind him and
Roll at disadvantage.
yes, like he's already rolled anyway, and it's like, so he's now like frozen solid. He knows that she's not there, but he's like, the flashbacks have now hit him in the head. Like, oh my god, she is here. She's just patted my butt, and he starts looking round at you guys. Describe what the guys see on your face, Emrys, as they're seeing, like...
What the look they see on my face.
Yeah, from the thought of Betty
Okay.
coming up behind you and molesting you
2
again.
seconds.
Oh, I just see so cute there, and I thought that's what you just sent. I just seen that, I was like, oh, right, we're doing this now, are we? Okay.
That's what you see on Emrys's face.
What, is this in thingy, or is this in the group chat?
In the Facebook chat.
Oh, fuck. Now I've got to fucking start that.
I'll send it on Discord as well.
No, that's fine, I've got... Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
So, I'm not going to put it into the stream feed, but
Oh.
you see absolute shock and horror on Emrys's face as he turns around. He has had a Vietnam flashback with the thought of Betty, the 100-plus-year-old gnome woman who a few sessions ago started sexually harassing him and squeezing his buttocks and making this giant feel like nothing.
Calm emotions, calm emotions.
As Mouse goes to touch you for calm emotions, you just sort of jitter back like, no, don't touch me! Thinking back to... I'll let you roll again, Emrys, for this now that you're getting calmed and the flashbacks are no longer hitting you. I'll be a nice guy since everybody else.
You can put that picture in the stream feed if you want.
Oh, I'm going to need to get to it. It's fine. We'll put it into the thing at some point.
13.
Roll me guidance once more, because I'm assuming that she's still the Mouse has still got her hand on you.
17
Perfect.
total.
Perfect. Because if anybody was failing, I was right. I was, what do you call it? I was going to put it back up, but that's got it. You guys start following Emrys. He's now got his head on because the rage and thought of Betty coming for him is now fueling him to get through this quicker. Being in this tunnel has now made him feel vulnerable to her. He could feel her everywhere because of Mouse's.
And I thought she felt his everywhere. Way.
Yeah, exactly. Because of Mouse's poor choice of where to touch him, it's just caused the fear to now enter his body more than the thought of people jumping out and attacking him. The thought of Betty now envelops every part of his mental being. You guys run along. It does take a little bit longer, but you eventually find your way down these stairs. You find your way along the passageway, and you find yourself a set of stairs that is leading down. It's like it's been carved into the rock at the side of one of the tubes. I'm assuming you guys take that down.
Yeah, we're going down.
Going down. So you follow down, and you see with your dark vision, the closer you get to the bottom, you start to see light. It looks like flames of some sort. Does anybody want to roll perception?
Ooh, I will.
Oh, God.
That should be fun.
Come on, I will guidance you to get it over 10. Come on, boy.
He's going to roll a fucking 6 now, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
you were half right. There was a 6 in it.
Yeah. Add a D4. Come on, let's get it. Oh, yay.
It's good. That was an 18. That was his highest roll so far. This game. Entire game.
No,
So-
I rolled a couple of natural 20s the last session
Yeah.
before that.
Oh, you did, didn't
Combat,
you?
he's combat and little things. He's been all right. He hasn't
Yeah.
lit shit, but
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
double figures in that.
Can you imagine if Mouse got distracted and going to touching Neff to cast a spell and accidentally does inflict wounds instead of guidance?
Oh, like on Thomas.
Oh yes.
You got to put Thomas down next time we see him. So, you guys find your way down here. Neff sort of takes the lead from Emrys as usual going down the stairs. As his sort of hunter instincts start kicking in, he's listening out for things down there. He's listening for breathing. He's listening for people speaking, snoring, farting, anything that's down there that indicates that there's someone there. And fortunately for you guys, there is nothing. There's no sounds coming from this opening where there's light popping through. The further down you get, you see that as you get down, it's flames. It's torches that are sort of lighting the way along this passageway. It looks like there's little rooms in that off the passage, but it leads to like a giant room at the very end. At the opposite end, it looks like there's been sort of landslide, rock slide. Well, it looks like it's cut off. Doesn't seem to be a very massive structure. It just seems to be what could have been passageways at one point a few 100 to 1,000 years ago, but now it just looks like it was abandoned, but it's now been made into sort of like a little outpost thing, a little bunker, if you will. At the very end of the hallway, as I said, you can see sort of the door opening off into a bigger room, but it's not fully open, it's sort of half cracked, so you see it's a wee bit bigger. And like I say, along there you see other little doors that's leading off into little alcoves and rooms. What would you guys like to do?
Before we move at all, I'm just going to touch Emrys on his arm and cast Vigilant Blessing, which means you get advantage on initiative roll.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that lasts until you either use it or I cast it again, so
Okay.
it's there.
Right, perfect.
And he's in front, yeah?
Emrys and Neff are sort of at the front, yeah. Neff sort of took the lead coming down the stairs, but the two of them are sort of at the front of the gang, with Ramallah at the very back, so it's going to be like the order that you guys started with. Sort of whoever was where is sort of further back, if you get what I mean. You guys, what would you guys like to do?
Is there any way we can actually lock the doors that we're going past?
You can have a look to see if there's any way of locking them.
Yeah.
25.
Oh, fuck. Wrong page. I'm at something else. So you're gonna go up and have a look at them?
Yeah, just to go see if there's any way to lock the doors.
Okay. You wander up past from where the opening is, where you guys have came down the stairs, and your first door, which is sort of on your left, you have a look at the doorway, and you can see that that is also open a crack. You look in, and there's no one there. There's like sleeping bags and things like that on the ground, but there's nothing there. You see that the door is heavy, sort of like wooden oak sort of thing.
Yep.
As you sort of try and pull it closed, you hear a click, but it's quite heavy in itself. You try opening it back up, but whatever the click is that's there, it seems to have locked it. Give me a strength check from you, actually.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, shite. So strength check is the one at the top, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
I fucking only rolled a natural 20.
No.
Yeah, as you try and as you're holding on to the thing, you can open it up, but with a sort of shimmy. It's got like one of those top lock mechanisms, you know, that you push
Yeah.
down, and it sort of, with that, you manage to sort of push it up further, and you hear just a snap, and you see that the top bits came off in your hand. As you try shiggling the door and moving it, you've snapped the lock that pushes it. So this door
So
is.
basically, I want to try and do that with every single room and just check, see if there's anyone in there, and if there's a way we can lock them in.
Okay. You're going to do that for every single one of them. I'll say with the investigation check and the strength check that you've done, you can go up to every single one of them and have a look in, but you'll probably need another strength check with another 2 of the doors after this one. So you've managed to break the first one, and you've sort of been able to shuggle the next one as well and break that.
Okay.
So
Can I give him a hand with it?
you can give him a hand with it if you want.
Okay. Do you want me to roll as well, or do you want
Yeah, give us a strength check for you as well. I've given him 2 because that's a natural 20. But there's like another 3 or 4 doors between you and the big one.
So I rolled a 20.
There. So same with yourself, you're going up at the same time as him. Could you give us an investigation as well? Sorry, I should have got that from you as well, Sean.
Alright. This won't be so good. Oh no, it was good.
17. Yeah, you're poking your head in as well. You're seeing that this is sort of living quarters of people that you can see sort of marks on the wall and stuff like that, and it looks like it's the same marks that you've seen on the wall that Stormcrow had looked at earlier on, and it just looks like general like graffiti sort of thing. So by putting 2 and 2 together, you're coming away with 4. This does seem to be like a wee base for members of the Iron Fist. You see like marks carved into it, like fists, rudimentary fists and stuff like that. But you see like haversacks and food and little things that were wee bits of fire and stuff like that and whatnot.
There's nobody in any of the rooms.
There's nobody in any of the rooms so far.
If there's nobody in any of the rooms that we come across, we're just going to leave them.
You're just going to leave them without breaking
Yeah,
the locks?
it's only if there's actually someone in the room we want to close it and lock it.
Yeah, so there's 2 more rooms after you guys would check that if somebody else wants to give an investigation. But between you and the bigger room. If somebody wants to do investigation so we can find it.
I'll give it a go.
Oh, Emrys is now moving forward.
7.
Oh, just for shits and giggles, let's slow down.
Let's the 2 of you have a guidance. How's that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Emrys?
I got 10 in total.
So, I'll say that because the both of you are moving up together as a little team, I'll take your overall with the 2 of you. Because together that makes about the same as what Rom and Stormcrow both done. So I'll be nice. You both go up and you're checking. Sort of Emrys is getting himself ready to snap the doors, but Mouse is poking her head in just to look. You, with your
Thanks, babe.
with your dark vision, you're sort of looking in and you're seeing there's nothing in here. It looks like there have been people that were in here recently, but they're not here now. The last room that you check before you go in, you see that this is as you go up to it, you see it's a bit stiffer, a door to open, but with you being a giant there that's able to push it, I'm going to just take it he's got good strength. He manages to shunt it open fairly easy with a little shoulder tap, and you see that this is a room that's got like manacles and things on the wall. It's what you would imagine a rudimentary torture chamber be, torture dungeon, or Storm's sex dungeon, let's say.
I was literally about to say that.
Are there any like spare manacles lying around? Like
They
not
all
chained up or anything?
no, they're all sort of chained to the wall or on the ground.
Why am I being accused of being a pervert all the time?
Because I feel like I've bullied Rom
Oh,
and
yeah, I
Neff
forgot,
this.
Yeah, fair, my bad. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah, forget it.
So I've got to pick somebody else just now. If I kept picking it as Rom and Neff, you might think I'm being bad about it. I don't want to be called racist or anything like that.
Just picking on the elf again. What a surprise!
And the dwarf and the tiefling. God, do you not have any humans in this? Anyway.
Right, you could pick on them too.
No, I wouldn't pick on them. They're the superior. I mean, they're brilliant. That's just as good as everybody else. You guys then seeing this. There's no bodies or anything, but you do see pools of blood all along the ground. It is quite disturbing that's there. So as you guys close up, you just see Emrys. You want to give us a strength check for that?
Strength check. Okay.
Does the blood look fresh?
I was about to say, can I do an investigation check to see how fresh the blood is?
Yeah, actually, give us an investigation check then.
18.
18. You go over and it's sort of like a mix. It seems like it's maybe a few days old, but it's starting to coagulate a bit more. Like there's been somebody here recently that's been tortured or killed. But looking around the place, there doesn't seem to be any clues as to who it is or where the bodies bodies are. As you
No
guys come
drag
up,
marks or anything like that.
no drag marks or anything like that at the moment, not that you can see. So the bodies have been taken out, but they've not been dragged out from the looks of it.
No Will Smith then.
No, not at all. No Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I knew what you were going for. Don't worry. I'm catching on to you.
1d4 of psychic damage.
Yes. If Neff says that out loud, you can actually give yourself 1d4 damage if you want. That 1 damage. So, you guys managed to close up the door, Emrys, with your, even though it's a 9, you still managed to sort of break the lock with your relatively big size as well. And all that's left is the big chamber at the end.
So, just out of curiosity with this one, has anyone got good stealth?
Yes.
No.
Because I was thinking someone do a sneaky up and see if they can peer around the door to see how many people are in there.
Yeah, I can.
Go for it.
Stealth is alright. +2.
I got a +5, but I just wondered if anyone had anything higher.
Oh god, that's a +5, but you know, I'm just rolling like absolute dog shit today because of
Everybody can take a stealth check. How's that?
Oh, 22.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
13.
I get
14.
disadvantage on these.
That was a dexterity check you've got there.
Jesus.
My bad.
Oh, you rolled
I'm
2
doing
11s up.
boxes for it knocks the laptop.
God.
Oh, I don't know why it's come up to 26. I rolled 2 15s.
Yeah. So, you guys.
I miss my bin.
We all
So
miss
do
one
we.
at this point.
Yeah. So you guys feeling the air of battle creeping up because you know that there's been people who have been tacked on down the way. There's been blood, but that's another thing in your head there that you've seen loads of blood on the way down here, but no bodies, and now you've got to a bit where you've seen more blood but no body. Your hackles are all up. You see the last room, light pouring out of it, still not being able to hear anything, but you see the door cracked open that you could see just a little bit into the room. You guys start sort of Scooby-Doo fucking walking up to
Look, they're
the...
going up there. I sort of wave my hand. I put my hands to my mouth, do the sort of shh sign, and just do the hand wave as I would say, "Stay back."
So you're going up first, are you?
Yeah, so I'm going up first just to have a look at who's in the room.
So, Stormcrow is going up first, just to have a look. But I'm guessing Ramal is just sort of on his heels, just looking in as well.
Yeah. Send the sneaky boys up first.
Yep. As you guys both peer into the room, I'm going to ask you both to roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity check or save?
A dexterity save.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
I've got a big old +2 to these. Ooh, not bad.
Natural 20, motherfuckers.
Oh,
Nice.
26.
I got 16.
2 nat 20s in one session.
Nice. So you guys
Unbelievable.
you guys walk over to the door. You peer in, and nothing happens. You trip over. You go to trip over each other because you didn't realize that Romala was right up behind you because he was being sneaky. And Stormcrow is like you stumble over him, coming up to the door, but you manage to catch yourself. And the same with Romala, you manage to keep yourself up. I didn't want a dex save because there's nobody in there. I just wanted to make you guys a wee bit panicky there. Just because I wanted to be a dick. There's nobody in this last room either. But
Are they all?
when you walk in, can I get a perception check from the two of you?
Perception check.
Oh, natural 1.
Ooh.
4.
Oh, that's a 7. That's shite.
I got 2 altogether.
You got a 2 altogether. I'll give the other guys a chance to move up as well.
Yeah, I've sort of done the thing. I've looked over my shoulder and waved them up.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a chance. I'll give you a perception check, but you three will be at a disadvantage because Rom and Stormcrow are sort of crowding the door, thinking that something's still going to be happening.
So perception check at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit, man. Oh, fuck's sake.
Nat 9. Rubbish.
That's just typical there, Rob. I mean, you rolled a fucking awesome first one, and the second one was just poop.
You've
I
all
know.
done that near enough. Oh,
Oh, no.
no. Emrys can
Emma's
see.
feeling pretty strong.
You guys are... all you guys that are about the same height, you're starting to crowd around the door because your instincts are now saying, oh, something's happening, even though he's saying to move forward. But Emrys, being the size that he is, you can see over everybody, and you see that you're now looking into what looks to be a main sort of congregational office from something. There's books all over the place. There's what looks to be like treasure chests in here. They are overflowing with likes of gold, items, treasures, all that sort of stuff. There is scrolls, manuscripts, books, weapons, all this sort of stuff here. It's
Val's gonna ransack.
strewn all over the place.
Yeah, Mouse is going straight for the books.
I'm
And
going straight for the gold.
I'm checking the
on
traps.
on this, we'll finish this up in 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Because I have overplayed a few things and I really wanted you to get to what I've got planned next, but we're out of time because that's now 11 o'clock and some
Yeah,
people need to be.
I was going to say if we were going further, then Mouse was going to bamf, but
Yeah. You've not actually used that yet, which is weird, but we're going to get that done at some point. But that is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks very much.
So good. Nice.
Oh, we're gonna
Pleasure
get
as always.
sweet loot.
You're still going to have to roll for it.
Yeah, I want
Uh,
an investigation check. I want to see if we got some tidy weapons in there.
Oh, yeah.
Use guidance on all of those checks.
Thanks for listening to this tonight, guys. Whoever was listening, appreciated. We'll be back on in
I
2
know
weeks.
Nicole was for a bit.
Hi,
What is it?
Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
Yeah,
Bye,
she's
Nicole.
not now, but she was earlier.
Hi, Nicole.
was
bye,
ya?
Nicole.
Right, I'll end the
This is
stream
gonna
just
sound
now.
weird. This is gonna sound weird, guys. But bye, Abigail.
Bye.
Bye.
Abigail.
Bye.